Hello, everyone.
We are live.
Welcome to the chat, everybody. It's so nice to see all of you. We just got to experience the Great American Eclipse, everyone.
Oh wow, wasn't it amazing?
In the path of totality,
and we got to speak with NASA,
and we got to speak with a whole bunch of people that were there.
Yeah, we got to speak to some witnesses to the no 24-hour sun in the Arctic Circle.
We came across another flat earther that was there.
Adam, yep. He was Dan dimensioned, and how do I say it? Quite interested in what we had to say.
Well, there was one interesting thing. We told him about the eclipse shadows beforehand, and that because we had white sheets with us to lay down on the ground so that we would get a better contrast. And he's like, what's this for? We told him, oh.
He said, I don't believe you.
Well, I brought up the phone and showed him pictures of...
He didn't believe them. He thought they were hoaxes.
Yeah, he did. And then, so while it was going on and we got the footage of these eclipse shadows, that shook him. He was like, that was his big takeaway of the whole event.
And we got to add in, see, we try to always tell the truth, right? It validated. Well, basically, it was great. You have it published, most of it to the channel. We were able to. Why don't you tell us a story about how we found the site, or did you want to go into your material?
Yeah. So
save this. Sorry.
Well, let's cover what you just brought up when we're going through the footage that we have.
Great.
But right now, one of the first things that I wanted to address was we knew going into this that if we weren't, raptured at the Great American Eclipse, that there would be people out there that would want to capitalize on that as far as trying to discredit all the work that we've been doing. And we knew it was a risk going into it, but at the same time felt the importance to go ahead and do it anyway in a just-in-case scenario. So we had thought about it after it was over, like stopping at a truck stop or something and making a video right then and there, talking to the fact that we're still here. And we didn't. And then we got home and I was looking at comments and, I knew it was going to show up. So what I want to do is take a look at this comment and the comment that I wrote on top of it. We'll just read that quick. So screen share quick. So this is a comment that came in that I want to address, and it's from Jonah the Scientist. He says, "Awake souls, not. It doesn't matter that you deleted the comment from Charles Lambert, since we now have that documented and available to everyone on the internet to show what a lying heart you have. You are fraud, religiously brainwashed." And then there's a link here. So let's go to this link. And there's some sort of a web page here, Flat Earth Lunacy. This is a person that is anti Flat Earth. He thinks he's on a spinning ball. And scroll down here and you get to this thing that's centered towards me, Awake Souls. And so a couple things that I want to address. He says, 1, Awake Souls predicting the rapture on August 21st, 2017 in the Revelation 12 sign, apocalyptic event taking place on September 23rd. When Jason was asked after the eclipse why he was not taken up to heaven during the August 21st, 2017 rapture, as he was certain about, he deleted that comment question from the video comments so no one else would see his major error. Part 2. Part 7, Capella destroys globe model, Flat Earth definitive proof series. So he goes on here, he left a comment on that, and he had all this there is no positive proof has been presented as evidence that Earth is flat. Only negative, irrational, and unscientific theories have been exhibited. And he wanted positive proof. He wants a real photograph taken from an elevation of 500 miles or more above the surface of the Earth that clearly shows the Earth is flat. A real photograph taken of the flat Earth edge. If no edge, then a real photograph of the infinite expanse. If no infinite expanse, then a real photograph of the dome. No dome, then at least 1,000 photos of the 25,000 mile long impenetrable ice wall. If no ice wall, then a real photograph of the lost civilizations that are there. No lost civilizations, then what is your next guess? Jonah the Scientist. So this is a ball earther, and he asks about the, covers the failed rapture prediction. And so I have a response that I gave to him, and I'm gonna crack a water here. Oh, that's good. So I say, Jonah the Scientist, I deleted the comment because you were demanding proof from me that Earth is flat. My channel is way beyond proving the Earth is flat. A long time ago, I stopped putting no ball earthers beyond this point because all the ball earth trolls had left my channel. Your comment came out of left field at a time when I was busy, and instead of deleting it and sending you a private message that I do not allow any pro-ball earth comments on my channel, I just deleted it. As to predicting the rapture on August 21st, 2017, and preaching the Revelation 12 sign apocalyptic event taking place on September 23rd, 2017, I stand guilty as charged. If you go back through Ronnie of Event Skeptic's material and my material, as well as Beyond Flat Earth, you will also discover that I had high hopes for a rapture on July 26th, the day Ronnie arrived in Austin, August 8th, Ronnie's birthday, and August 21st, during the American Great Eclipse. Because I have not said this publicly, you probably do not know this. But I also have high expectations for September 1st, my birthday. September 11th, the most accepted date for the birth of Yahushua in 3 BC by true researchers, and because it has been so heavily coded by the Satanists. Since September 23rd, Revelation prophecy is fulfilled in the sky. I was reluctant to share my expectation that August 21st, the Great American Eclipse, was a key watch date because I knew that I would have to answer to trolls and shills such as yourself, but felt it necessary to prepare people in advance for a just-in-case scenario because it would involve travel for most people. The rest of the watch dates do not require preparation for my listeners other than to be living as clean as a life as one can and to be seeking first the truth. I know that you are a troll. Your YouTube channel has no content, no playlists, no about, and all you do is troll other channels with your garbage webpage crying, "He deleted my comment," where you are demanding certain specific things that everyone knows are not producible. Every person that knows that Earth is flat came to that understanding by researching hundreds, if not thousands, of different aspects of how we can know for sure that Earth is flat. You're not an honest person if you have studied flat Earth material and still believe Earth to be a globe. I have screenshot this comment and will be making you your very own video if you delete your comment. All right? So I call them out as a troll. People, it's not hard. You just click on their channel. You see here 7 subscribers, but there's no videos. There's no playlists. They don't feature any other channels. There's nothing in the about. But then check this out. There is a discussion here. And you come down here and you see Captain Obvious is in here, channel with 45,000 subscribers. Ephesians 6:12. You know, this guy's a troll. All right. So I wanted to respond to him. I wanted to respond to everybody at the same time. We knew going into it that it was not for certain, but there's a good reason to be there. I'm glad I went. We're going to be going through the footage tonight. Ronnie, do you want to have to say anything to?
Yeah, I could say a couple of words.
Mm-hmm.
So there was also a video created by a Call for an Uprising, supposed Christian, and he's trying to shame Christians for having hope, for filling their selves with oil, you know, their lamps, preparing for any situation. He's gone out and publicly shamed Christians for looking for a rapture, for talking about a rapture. And there's other multiple channels that are redundantly doing this. And, you know, it happened almost, you know, within 2 hours from the actual rapture, or from the actual eclipse time. Like, I mean, 6 to 8 hours after we left there was already these videos up. Jason and I said, possibly rapture event, A21 2017, right?
Mm-hmm.
We said that, but what we did say, not possibly, but guaranteed to, was that when we come back, if we're not raptured, we are going to double up on everything. We are going to smash through everybody. We are going to do twice the content, twice the, we're building up way better quality, better music, more emotion. We're going to push, we're going to put up banners. We are going to move so far beyond this ridiculous fake flat earth movement and these people that try to bring us down, that we're going to be too high to even see what they look like. They're going to be on the pixel level. They are going to be Planck minus to the power of Planck, whatever their science tells them, the smallest measurement they can make. They're going to be beyond that. And be warned, anyone else, we are back, and we've only been back from our trip. We drove 12, Jason drove 12 straight hours, pretty much, with an hour and 45-minute break. We got back here and we instantly started making videos. We instantly started spreadsheet and flow charting everything that we're about to do, and it's all coming to play. What is it? It's Tuesday? It's Wednesday. Wednesday. That's a day and a half plus a 12-hour drive. We also have a brand new line of videos going to be coming out. We are having the Hawishai's 2017 Flat Earth Academy Awards. And we're going to be starting this year. This is the grand announcing, the unveiling of the. So tonight we're going to feature 3 of the contestants, the nominees for Flat Earth, the most satanic flat earther rant. Right? How you wanna speak on anything that I said? But we are back and we're coming. So just like this leaf on my chest, we are the elect. We are the leaves, and we're coming.
Well, something did happen to us while we were out there, everyone. It did. Like, there was an energy given to us that was completely empowering. So in a moment that you would think that we were down for not having been raptured, we were given this like incredible strength and passion and desire when we realized that we weren't going anywhere, that we must have a job to do right now, because we were given energy and like creativity, and even the technology is starting to work better again. And we got into a workflow today that was just amazing. But I'm totally inspired now that I know that the videos that we're going to be able to put out are going to be at a whole new level,
exponential,
and they're going to be fun too. All right, so
High quality.
with real meat content, but it's going to be delivered in a fun way. So the Academy Awards.
Yahawashai.
We're gonna, yeah, the Yahawashais.
Academy Awards, and we're gonna be starting it off with the most satanic flat earthers rant.
Yeah. So what we'll do is each time we have a show, we're gonna have a different category.
That's right.
You know,
for an award.
For an award. And we're gonna run, 2, 3, whatever it turns out to be for different clips, people that we've nominated.
Yeah. Well, Yahawashai hashtag Team Yahawashai is the affiliate that's nominizing things, and then the commenters, you are going to be the ones that vote on it. So
Yeah.
we're going to put down in the below, it's already in the description, but we're going to add it to the comments. We're going to have, do you want to announce the contestants, or leave that for a surprise?
Well, you'll see how it works. So once the video's back up, we'll have a couple comments there where it's going to be upvote this one if you're voting for this person, or
no down votes. It's just an upvote per ballot, and you can comment under your vote if you'd like, or you can do it anonymously.
I have an idea on how to group it. I got something worked up.
All right. But there'll be a system below where you can vote, and you can do it with your comment or just with a vote, and then we'll tally them up, right?
Yeah, and so the idea is for the next 5 shows, we're going to have these 5 different categories, and then we're going to put it together and have an award ceremony. So we will be tallying how you voted, and we will be, have an award ceremony, and it should be pretty fun and exciting. And so this first award show is going to be super dark. Some of it might be funny, but and then after this, if we're still around,
no, we're not holding any punches, right? We're coming with everything we got. So, viewer discretion is advised.
Yeah, there is going to get to a point tonight where we're going to be playing some clips. We'll say it beforehand, but just to be forewarned, there is going to be some of the most foul things that you've ever possibly heard before in your life. So if you've got children around at this point, you should probably don't let them hear it.
This is adult rated, and this is for the documentation and for the Yahawashai Academy Awards, and it's an adult theme. This is an adult time. We believe that this has to be shared again and again and again and doubled up, and we are not going to stop. We wanted to take a moment here to commend, well, I wanted to, Daniel Pratt, Enslaved by Media. We got Flat Earth Photography, Liz Dexick, Now We Jaw. We've had some amazing videos made. David, how do you pronounce his last name? Vilova.
I'm sorry. Yeah, David.
He's got some of the most beautiful black hole sun total solar eclipse footage that's similar to, well, you yourself had 3 cameras going at the same time.
His footage looks great. You guys will see that. Well, you're going to see what I got. And so David sent me a preview of the footage that he has. I think it's better quality than the stuff that I got. He must have had a nice filter on it.
Bless Yahawashai, but Yahawashai reigned all over that man. And like all of you guys, even Enslaved by Media. It's funny, Dave. They were chemtrailing. I was YouTube streaming, and I was attack, binding this guy, and it almost turned the chemtrails into cloud dissolvers. So the sky above where Jason and I was, it cleared up like someone put a drop of dish soap into the oil. It was incredible. And I'm sorry that Dave got chemtrailed, Enslaved by Media. Hopefully you don't have to wait 7 years, but you might be the witness in 7 years for the total eclipse. But the sky cleared up almost right away after his video. It's the sky cleared. It was the most bluest sky I've ever seen. And just thank you to all of you guys, that especially the 1%ers. So there was a couple that we met that they went to Matawaka. Can't pronounce the name quite right, but they were in a deep valley, and we met them after. So the spot that we had chose, it ended up being the ultimate 2017 total solar lunar eclipse spot. In my opinion, it was a blessing from Yahushua. So for me, I was, trying to film. I set the phone down and had it pointed up at the sky for the live feed. And I guess it cut, but the sound is still there. You hear, everyone's freaking out.
Mm-hmm.
And I went down with my camera. And so an experience that I had, I don't know if this is verifiable with other people that have been in that path, but I did pray beforehand. So my entire body swelled up. So at the point after total solar eclipse, after a minute of it, everything in my body swelled out, my feet, my hands. I was right down on my hands and knees filming, and it was like, whoo. And then it went away, and it was like my feet were swollen until we got here for like almost a day after. Just, I don't know what happened, but it felt empowering. And when it was the most amazing experiences I've ever had, and sharing it with you guys in the chat right now was a blessing. So for any flat earthers or anyone out there that's Christian and you want to try and cut us down, I say you're going to take that up with Yahushua, and anything that you say, do, and promote that is against what we're here for will be covered, exposed, and debunked.
Yeah.
I'll let you take over. Thank you so much, Jason. You were the reason that I came down for this. You were the motivation. You were the rendering power. Yahushua smiled on you that day.
Ronnie got to see it. I know David made a massive trip. I understand he's got a family. This was incredible that he was able to make it up for the eclipse. And he lives down in California. I'm really surprised that all these popular flat Earth channels that rake in money from super chats and from PayPal and Patreon and all these other sources.
Amazon, Bitcoin.
Amazon and
Bitcoin.
Not a single one of the popular flat Earth channels had a single representative out there filming the eclipse. You and I are a couple of carpenters. We're in Texas. It was a 12.5-hour drive for us to go up there.
6 plus, 200-pound and 250-pound men, that had to drive, and I smoke,
Yeah.
and you don't. So I had to, I'm just letting people know the whole drive. Jason had to stop so I could have cigarettes,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like we didn't have anything. It was a blessed event.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of work that went into it, and we've got a lot of evidence to dig and sift through. What we've been able to do so far is I strung it together in a timeline, and
not the live stream, everything else.
Yeah. So there is the live stream out there, but the live stream was just that. It wasn't the P900 or the other camera that we were filming with. So we've got all that footage, and in a 2-hour hangout here, we could only cover, half of the footage. So what I guess we'll do is I'll sort of move through the timeline and show certain things and talk about it, and then get, I really need the input from the chat. Really need to have questions and comments coming out and turn this into an interaction between us, so that I can answer questions from this footage that I'm going to be showing. So please, everybody, need your help in the chat. Please share this link to get as many people in the chat right now active. That's the reason why we're spending the first part of the show here on these topics. We're going to be doing the award show in just a second. And then after that, we're going to go into the footage that we have. And Ronnie and I are going to talk about the whole event, start to finish, and the different anomalies that we noticed. And we would like to have your input as far as those of you that have been researching all the eclipse footage that's showing up, need to hear from you what your thoughts are. How do you explain this? So I've got my next project after this is I'm going into, like in SketchUp or Blender, it's probably gonna be SketchUp, showing how the eclipse works over our map. At the same time, I'm going to be showing how the sunrise, sunset angles with the solar noon declination work for the sun in the northern hemisphere and the southern hemisphere. Actually, on our trip, we came up with a new word for that. It'll come back to me. It's not a hemisphere, right? We always have to put the quotes around it.
Plane, half plane.
Yeah, half plane.
Northwest.
The north half plane, the south half plane, the east half plane, and the west half plane. So we're going to try to change our vocabulary as we go. And so I guess we're going to have to knock that into the head. We're going to call it half planes. So I guess what we'll do now is play the awards. Please, people at this point, if you have children around, they shouldn't hear this.
Yeah, they should be in either the eastern or the western half planes. It could be north or south because we're in the central Earth. Great job, though. Full screen on the thing?
Yeah. This is it, right?
Or the game is set up so that if you're not one of those people that decides that they wanted to have a child molestation experience, so to speak, that it won't happen to you. Okay? That's part of the rules of the game. Okay, and so just because somebody hears it, they may not necessarily, that doesn't mean that they're going to go to the wrong child. I think that is very well managed. You know, they would go to the, if you're not one of those people that decides that they wanted to have a child molestation experience, so to speak, that it won't happen to you. Okay? That's part of the rules of the game. Okay? And so just because somebody hears it, they may not necessarily, that doesn't mean that they're going to go to the wrong child. I think that is very well managed. You know, they would go to the...
So, I'm off of YouTube because I want to devote that time and energy, instead of to making YouTube videos and creating content for my subscribers, I'm going to dedicate that time to exposing you. I am going to ruin you. That's one of my goals for 2017, you old fuck. I'm going to expose you, I'm going to ruin you, flat earth be damned, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I've already got a new name. I already got a new story. Got a new business set up. I'm going to be taken care of, buddy. And I'm going to have enough money to anonymously live my life like I used to. I don't have to be in public, you stupid fuck. I don't have to do this. If your objective was to drive me underground, well, I guess you succeeded because, well, not really. You see, part of me's going underground. I'm still publicly going to do what I'm doing. You're not going to shut me up, you old weak fuck. You fucking coward. You piece of shit. You worm, you lowlife, you maggot, you coward. You wannabe, you fake. You're so fucking inarticulate, I can barely understand you. Hey y'all, this is protected by copyright, blah, 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 blah. I can't even understand you, man. Your words run over one another. You're so fucking obnoxious, you're so fake. You're fake, old man. You're fake, and you're way out of your league. You're fake, fake, fake. You're stupid, stupid, stupid. And everybody knows you're an old fucking faggot. You're an Elmer Fudd looking faggot. And you're gonna die soon. You're old, man. You're over the hill. You're gonna fucking die soon. And I'm gonna be on your mind until the day you die, because you're so fucking obsessed. And I really think it could be about unrequited love. It could very well be the case that you are an old slimy faggot. It's very likely that you're a fucking faggot. It really is. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, you Elmer Fudd looking old cock-sucking faggot. You tell me how you're not a fucking fag. Tell me how you're not a fucking old homo. You got poop dick. You got AIDS. What do you got, man? You're a fucking faggot. Tell me you're not a fag. So now I know what you look like. Now I've got a picture of you on my wall. You might have seen it. Maybe not. Actually, you should have seen it. I think I sent it. Yeah, actually, that's right. I did make an effigy. That's right. That's right. I did call upon the forces of darkness to bestow their infernal power upon me. I open wide the gates of hell, summon forth from the abyss all the beasts of the pit. I favor the just, I curse the rotten, and the things of which I spoke today, with the effigy in hand, shall come to pass. You'll see. You'll see. I'm coming for you.
Our final guest, I can't believe this, but he's the head of the Flat Earth Society.
Astronauts to the moon.
Ronnie, I choose not to worship the God of the Bible. It's my worship the God of the Bible. It's my choice, my decision, because I don't think it's safe to trust the words of men, and the description of the God in the Bible is not someone who is due worship. Period. Let every soul be subject unto the higher powers, for there is no power but of God. The powers that be are ordained of God. Whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of God, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to the evil. Wilt thou then not be afraid of the power? Do that which is good, and thou shalt have praise of the same. For he is the minister of God, to thee for good. But if thou do that which is evil, be afraid, for he beareth not the sword in vain, for he is the minister of God, a revenger to execute wrath upon him that doeth evil.
And so that was the three nominees for the best, the worst, the best flat earther satanic rant, or the worst, most evil.
Yeah. So in the chat here, everybody, you can put your votes in for who you thought was the most satanic rant. You know, was it 1, 2, or 3? And that'll be recorded in the video for everybody to see.
So again, that's Jaren was number 1, IPS was number 2, and coming in at number 3 was Xanadude Bob Nodal of GLOBEBUSTERZ with the number 3.
Yeah. And then on this video, we'll keep a tally in the comments, and then we'll use that, and then we'll put together the award show once we've done 5 of these. So That should be fun, even when we're covering absolutely horrible topics and educating each other on.
Well, there will be the top video, the top clouds behind the sun footage, the most emotional, the most inspiring, the most. We're not just going to do all bad, but you know, I will say that Mr. Jerry got off a little bit lightly tonight. It's only because the overwhelming amount of nominations that he's won this year, it was almost like we had to let him have a walking start. So we're having threes. So we got 2 for Bob Nodal. We got number 1 going for Jaron. We got a number 2 for IPS, Jack Larson's, aka all that, Tim Osmond, all Parsons, all those names.
I actually, my vote.
Yep.
My vote is for IPS. I mean, because we're going to go through some other footage later tonight. What we'd like to do now is get into the footage from the eclipse.
Yeah,
so,
and everyone can just keep voting as we go through. Jason does his thing. Congratulations to all the nominees.
That is not the category to be a nominee for.
It's true, though.
All right. So this right here, I've just got the footage in the video editor right now. So what I'm going to do is just sort of go through the day. Get any?
Make our camera so people can see you.
Okay.
Large screen, then click and drag it. Put it somewhere comfortable, maybe in the middle, preferably, sir. Thank you, cameraman. You can drag it too.
How's that?
Make it bigger even.
Really?
I'm hard of hearing and seeing. I looked at the eclipse, guys.
How do you make it bigger?
You just click and drag on the corner, same as every window. And oh, maybe not. It's good.
Yeah, it wouldn't go any bigger.
It's perfect. I gotta have the maple leaf on there a little bit more.
All right, so we were staying in Anna, and we went through Cairo.
Oh, you know, I haven't seen. You know, I think most of the United States that I went through was beautiful, clean, really nice, warm, welcoming people, beautiful women, well-kept, polite men. And we got to Cairo. As Truth Unveiled 777 kept bringing up Cairo.
Yeah, we're like, well, Cairo, let's see what's there. I mean, do they have pyramids or what's going on?
So we go through this big bridge, this big tunnel and arc in the ground, and we come out and it's like, whoa. I said to Jason, I said, what's going on with this town? I don't see anybody.
Well, it was scary, man. That is the most rundown, decrepit. There's a USA article about this city. It was where the
Martin Luther King. There was like blacks lynched there, and it's. Oh wow! They've basically left that town. Shout out to Cairo. Anyone living in Cairo?
And then
the kingdom is of the poor.
We got up to Anna, and we were headed up towards Carbondale, but we got to Anna, and I saw the type of hotel that I thought there might be a possibility that we'd be able to get a sort of affordable room.
It's the best hotel in town.
There's the only hotel in town.
No, there was more.
In Anna?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
And in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Johannesburg. Yeah, there was also hotels there, but when we got the room, she said she gave you the shirt that you're wearing in the video.
No.
She said that they're the best hotel, and they really was good. Yeah. Everything started to relax when we got to that spot. You know, we still had a day and the next morning, right? Mm-hmm. We had 2 nights.
2 nights there.
So we drove there, we got there.
Because then we spent the next day scouting around, trying to figure out where the best location was for us to observe the eclipse.
So how we found the spot.
Yeah, so the first footage here, let me just give this a quick little run. What we got here is our sunrise. And Ronnie, the cloud that's below it, he was standing by the window and he's like, hey, there's clouds behind the sun. I can see it with my naked eye. He's like, grab the camera.
This is the morning of the eclipse, right?
Yeah.
Just so everyone knows, the 21st.
And so I grabbed the camera, and it was already above that cloud. But you can see, you know, there are the light clouds behind it. Today, Naui Ja, right?
Yeah.
Put out an amazing video where he, you know, he says simulation realization.
Love
the
it.
letters,
Love it.
the letters are in the video. He's got clouds behind the sun. This is a very key point, everybody. Clouds behind the sun. Clouds behind the sun. You know, I've got to keep pounding the point. And
We'll never have enough.
Yeah, and the better the footage, let's just keep showing it to people. It's a key element to understanding that you're in a simulation. Once you just go, okay, yeah,
Well, it was easy.
I admit it.
It was easy to educate. We had a couple of, so we will be getting into, I don't know if we're going to make it through everything tonight. I could go talk really fast, but no one will hear me. So we met a really nice couple of guys about our age. They look either like military or policemen. I don't know. They looked really well kept. And the first thing they started to talk to us about was the name Yeshua.
Yeah.
And I said, no, that's Joshua. And the name's Yahushai.
Mm-hmm.
And I explained to him the Sanskrit. So when we were debating them, I believe it's on the live feed, he was asking what's a proof that we're in a simulation. And I said, well, this morning, Jason filmed a cloud behind the sun. So the only way we could have a sun with a cloud behind it is that we were in a simulation. And he was like, almost instantly got it.
Yeah, it's a key point. We can take people to observable evidence. So this isn't the best footage here, right?
No,
But it's the way the day began. We had some clouds behind the sun. And so skip through here a little bit.
that's where we were. There's Anna in Jonesboro.
Yeah, so this right here was on a huge long banner that was at the event show.
Oh yeah, pre. So we're still on. So you went from we were on the 21st. Now we're back to the 20th.
Yeah.
We went to visit Carbondale.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I got messed up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to change around the order on this.
It's okay.
Because,
We got it. People got it.
yeah, but so this shot right here shows the location where we ended up going. There's Anna and Jonesboro, and so this is where we stayed. And then there was just immediately when we went out in the country. Well, there was a newspaper.
Yeah.
The local newspaper that was listing some of the best places to view it from.
The hotel gave us that. Yeah.
And one of the places that was mentioned was Alto Pass.
Bald Knob. Was
Yeah,
the
and
first.
Bald Knob was.
And then the second was Alto Pass.
Yeah. And
You read that, I remember.
Yeah, so we punched it in and we were headed to Bald Knob Cross.
Yep.
And on the way there, we actually go through this Alto Pass.
Well, I started praying, and we came upon a crest, and I'm like, Jason, stop the car. I got really frantic, like a ADD kid who saw a squirrel, and you were like, no, just wait. I was like, okay, you're right. And we went around the corner. So I just finished, Yahushai, please show us where you want us to film this. And then boom, we came around that corner into Alto Pass. That symbol was there like that in the town looking out of the valley.
Yeah, so there was this park along the edge of this bluff that overlooked this valley that you look at the Bald Knob Cross. And so then we checked that out. And then we went up to Bald Knob Cross, checked it out. It was going to be $350 for us to be able to view from up there. It's an incredible location, and it's really interesting that there is this ginormous cross. That this is the intersection. The reason why we went to this area is because that's the intersection of where the two eclipses are, and we were like pinpoint in the intersection.
So the cross section of the 2024 and the 2017, both total Great American and Canadian total solar eclipses.
Yeah. And so then from there we went up to Carbondale, and that's where we went to this event, and I got this picture right here. So let this run a little bit. Oh, here's
So panorama.
this is a panorama shot from where we did our filming from. This is the Bald Knob Cross back here on top of that hill, and so this is where we were filming from. We had, you know, there's
That's
a nice
looking pretty
elevation
west.
there. We could see a long ways. One of the things that we were looking for was an elevated position to. We wanted to see the hard line, a hard shadow come across the ground. The stuff that I saw had me expecting to see something like
A
that.
sweeping shadow.
Yeah.
Would have come across the cross, down the valley, and up towards us.
Yeah. So we were in a position, that huge valley there, to see the shadow roll through there, and oh, we didn't see it.
No, it just was instant.
Yeah. So then we get into this footage, and what I had is, you know, P900, and I had welder's glass taped on over it, and this is with the welder's glass and the manual focus. I had this hazy edge like this around here, and I've seen footage from like David where he's got some really crisp. It's not as hazy as this, but so this is, you know, this is where the eclipse has begun, and the moon's, you know, coming from this like 130 position down, sliding through. We can scroll through here, and you can see, you know, there's not too much to see. We will be taking all this footage and putting it out, you know, 1080, the whole thing. It's gonna be a couple hours, and it's not, this part of the eclipse isn't all that interesting, but what there is there's all the background conversations that the P900 was recording the entire time. And I know that there's a lot of amazing conversations there because we were interacting with all the people around us. Everybody knew we were flat earthers, and it wasn't just two of us, there were three.
Yeah. Well, and they knew that we served Yahushai and that we had YouTube channels. Well, it's all documented on the Awake Souls channel. I would like to take a moment to go back to the convention center in Carbondale. You don't have it in your slideshow here. You skipped it, but we had a 6-minute video where we actually spoke to some employees from NASA. Were you going to play that tonight or no? Thought that would be interesting. You're already past it. You can play this.
I don't have that in this video here right now.
No, okay. Yeah.
With the NASA employees?
Yeah.
We could get it from YouTube.
Yeah, it's on your channel.
Oh, yeah, I thought you were talking about it in here. I'm
No.
sorry.
Well, we could have showed people because that was pretty rare.
Yeah, let's go to it.
And then you can go back to this.
Oh.
I don't have the posters and the stickers. And they gave us also the glasses. Thank you, NASA.
Yeah,
I used them a bit and shared a bunch with people.
we had NASA glasses.
We're able to protect safety for a few other people there that didn't have any glasses, which was your idea, which was really nice. I'm sure they appreciated. I hope they're watching today. One of those great people from that eclipse.
That would be super awesome.
A lot of them took your YouTube channel down.
Yeah, people were writing it down, punching it into their phone.
What's this one here?
All right. Hey, good. How are you? I'm Travis.
I'm Ronnie. Nice to meet you.
Yes, I do.
It's awesome. Do you guys have any live feeds as the LRO?
Well, the data as it comes in is live, and that usually goes to the scientists and whatnot. But, no, it's not. There's no live 24/7 cameras on it.
I've been trying to find one for like 5 years.
But yeah, unfortunately, that doesn't exist.
You guys excited for the eclipse?
Absolutely, just as much as everybody else. It's great to see everybody here.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. The stars coming out, so I'll be able to see the planets.
Yep, and some planets too. You'll be able to see Venus. Will be just to the right of it, and well, depending on where you're looking. You'll also be able to see Mercury and Mars.
Regulus and head of the lion.
Oh yeah. And, what is it? The beads.
We're
the diamond shaped beads.
Yeah, you get the beads from the ridges of the moon. That's right. Yeah.
Have you seen one before?
No, this is my first eclipse.
Mine too.
Very excited for it.
That's all.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
We believe the Earth is flat.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we've done a lot of research in it.
Excellent.
Came back flat.
Okay, very good. You too.
Hello, everyone. I got it. Run. We're in Carbondale, Illinois, and this is SIU. So this is both like college kids getting ready and eclipse stuff going on. We're gonna wander around outside. We've got our NASA swag, and show you a little bit more what's going on out there. See, there's a presentation that's going to be starting here soon.
He's talking about not looking at the eclipse.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask him live.
Okay.
Yeah, from NASA.
How are you?
Good. You work for NASA?
I do work for NASA.
Awesome.
I'm not a scientist though.
No? Hi.
Okay, hi.
Just regular scientist. So we're here and we're doing the live stream here. And our friends wanted to know, we believe you can look at the eclipse because we can look at the sun at midday and we don't get our eyes burned. So why would it be that during just after and just before we get retina damage?
So are you asking me, is it safe to look at the sun?
Why wouldn't it be?
Why wouldn't it be safe to look at the sun? You will get retina damage. You will absolutely go blind.
Might not affect you now, but it'll affect you.
Yeah, sure. Now, are you if you're talking about totality?
Once it comes out, we can take the glasses off.
So once you're in totality, you can watch.
But if you can look at the sun right now, is there something about the moon that's amplifying it?
No. The rays of the sun will be exactly the same as they are every single day. So if you glance at the sun,
Yeah.
Obviously you're not immediately doing damage, but it hurts, right?
Yeah.
So you don't. Right. You're gonna look away. Your eyes are gonna water. You're going to naturally look away. Don't ever look directly at the sun. You will do damage. It might even just be a little bit of damage, but you're doing damage. We've all accidentally looked at the sun, or that happens.
Well, we've trained ourselves to be able to look at it just during the day.
We practice just little bits at a time. One eye here.
Well, you guys are free to do that. NASA will always maintain you cannot look at the sun. You will damage.
Here's what it is. We believe in the creator. And what I think is, why would you put a sun up there with beautiful stars that we can visit and watch and make them blinded? To me, it doesn't make sense.
Well, whether it makes sense to you or not, if your users stare at the sun, they will go blind. They will. There will be damage.
Yeah.
Everybody, this is where in simulation knowledge, once you know it's a simulation, when you hear people say suppositions like this man just said, this is where the thought gets implanted and then it manifests if you believe it. So this is where experimentation can be done, of course, in a safe manner, but things that I've done is look at the sun during high point in the day, and it burns at first, but with glasses, without, things like that. And of course you look away if it's too much, and then you might see some you might see when your eyes are closed the light still in a certain spot, and it goes away. It doesn't stay that way, at least for me.
Well, there's welder's flash.
Yeah.
Anyone who's ever welded, has looked at the flash. It's a lot brighter than the sun.
So a lot of the information that you get from doctors when you get a diagnosis and they tell you that this is what's going to happen and you believe it, because it's a simulation, it manifests. So
release a chemical in your brain as well. You probably know,
so the point I'm trying to get across is stop taking that thing that they've pushed upon you, a belief system that they've pushed upon you, reject it. Say, no, that isn't what happens. It doesn't happen to me. And then notice that when you look at the sun and look away, all of a sudden the next time it's not so bad. And I just wanted to, I can't stand it when people tell me some sort of negative effect's going to happen when I know that by knowing that it's a simulation, it's not going to happen. So I just wanted to share that.
If anybody wants to view the sun and it hurts them, they should put on protective.
of course, like welding, right? You get welder's flash, you look away, it burns.
Right. Yeah. I think it would be hard pressed to find anybody at NASA saying to look at the sun without protection.
Yeah, but we believe the Earth is flat, so we probably would have get along.
What branch of NASA do you work for?
I'm a web developer.
Okay.
Right. So we're the outreach specialists for the eclipse itself.
We also believe that it's a simulation that we're living. So a web developer would be a high-ranking position in this reality.
Yeah, it would be hard to prove that you're not in a simulation.
Yeah.
Nice.
Did you hear that, everyone?
Yeah, that was confirmation, witnessing from a NASA employee that. Did you ring that bell?
Yeah.
Simulation, realization.
Let's hear this again.
High-ranking position in this reality.
Yeah, it would be hard to prove that you're not in a simulation.
Yeah. All right. This guy, when he heard that we were flat earthers, but then Ronnie said we actually believe that we're in a simulation. This guy, look at the change in his thought process.
He was nice. We met him outside as well. Had a little bit further of a conversation.
Yeah. He perked up when he found out that he thought the Earth was flat and we're in a simulation.
Yes,
well, no,
it breaks down like a simulation.
You look at the observations, right?
Thanks, man.
Yes, but so everybody watching, please don't go blind.
No, we're gonna have glasses, and we're gonna put them on right away. My mom's like sending me 100 messages.
Yeah, please use the glasses.
We believe it's a spiritual thing that happens at the moment that the total solar eclipse happens. And it was. We don't know what.
There's a lot of.
There are a lot of beliefs about the eclipse, and I think NASA celebrates people believing and learning more about what's happening on this Earth. So the more you can study and learn, the better. But definitely wear your protective glasses, please.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And Brian.
Thank you, Brian. Ronnie, Jason, the Big Souls, Event SKEPTIC.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thanks.
Nice. You heard it from him. You live in a simulation, right? You heard it all. Yeah. You got that on tape.
Yep. There's the glasses.
What do? Do you have to draw something to get them?
These free glasses? All right.
They are.
Thank you. What's your name?
I'm Erin.
Do you mind being on YouTube with us?
No, I can't.
Okay.
Can't.
Put the camera down.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there different ones?
No, they're all the same.
So we were having a debate as to whether or not the reasoning behind the eclipse actually having a bone. Because I can look at the sun right now.
Yeah.
And it hurts all the way, but I'm not blinded. So does the moon act like a magnifying glass? And
make it stronger, the light stronger?
It's not a magnifying glass per se, but it is, it's blocking out the stars, so now we're actually able to see the corona, we're able to see the corona, which is
yes.
That's why.
That's how we observe and test to see if there's other planets by that.
By creating a false one.
We're definitely like skeptic scientists.
Okay. What's your YouTube channel?
I'm Event SKEPTIC.
Awake Souls.
Interesting.
We believe the Earth is flat and it's in the we don't have any problems.
That's what research has shown.
Yeah, we've done research. We had to do it for this event because the crossing of the two, right?
Right, they are.
I'm from Toronto, so the next one set around
So that was
and it goes over Austin.
That was our time with NASA.
Did you get a pair? We'll stop the share. Thank you for sharing that. And thank you to those nice NASA employees. It was liberating, especially when he, admitted that you can prove that you're not in a simulation.
Yeah, I agree with you, Nacho. There might be some thing where they're trying to keep the energy away from us. We were barefoot, used our eyes as much as we could without hurting them.
Barefoot.
And
the traffic hoax. Wolfie, what's his name? Wolfie
6020.
Yeah, and by the way, we'll get into that later. But he didn't have any traffic. We didn't have any traffic, and there were supposed to be 1 million people in each town, and so the Satanists and the people that run the media kept blaring all over that there's going to be traffic jams. Stay home. There's going to be no hotel rooms.
Traffic was not an issue in our area whatsoever.
The entire trip.
Yeah.
So, and the other thing too, there was an excellent show on TV amongst all the garbage. Listen, if you haven't turned the TV off and you still watch commercials and television, please, you are being heavily MK Ultra neuro-linguistic programmed. But there was a good show about the eclipse. I learned that Thomas Edison witnessed the total solar eclipse back in his time, the late 1800s. And after that, they said he had a spark of genius. He invented supposedly the light bulb. And there's other accounts, ladies and gentlemen, that the power during the eclipse is it's liberating. Like I said to the first NASA employee, why would God, or the second, why would God create an Earth and then put a sun up there that would blind everybody every time there was an eclipse? That's preposterous. It's one of the most ridiculous things I've ever heard. It's worse than the water falling off the bottom of the globe. So the sun is what we live by. It feeds our energy. It's magnetic, it's powerful, and I'm blessed that I got to experience that. My entire being swelled. I was dropped to the ground.
You mentioned that right away. And you've mentioned it a number of times, that just the way you said it. And for me, there wasn't any like super mystical moment. I was hyper focused on trying to observe everything.
You had three cameras, right?
And I wanted to catch it all and at the same time be ready if all of a sudden some mystical rapture type event happened. And I just kept recording, doing the best I could with the situation I had. And what's that? Drink? Yeah, I could use a drink.
Okay, sir.
So it was let's get back into that footage quick. How's the chat doing, everyone? So here's where it starts to get a little interesting, I think, people. Around this area.
Yeah, let's say if they're 1,000 miles away, maybe they're 200 miles apart.
You can tell in the that there's going to be all this commentary to go through when we've got the whole thing posted. But what I'm just going to point out here is you can see how the points of where the sun's wrapping around as the moon's coming into it, you begin to notice how they're not coming around to a clear point, and how they're sort of rough and jagged here. And that's just going to keep getting more and more extensive as this goes along. So you get into this area here.
Totally block it out.
And so I've got the welder's glass on the P900, and we're getting these unique, crescent shapes. It's matching this sort of reflection, and as I'm adjusting the camera and moving around, these lights adjust the way a solar, a lens flare tends to around the camera, the screen, and it's a really interesting. You can see the jagged edge, even like on that the next one over from it. So look at these jagged edges here and the way it's disappearing. I'll get closer and closer here, and let's listen to this part and watch it crank up.
Yes.
We're here really blasting them.
Yeah.
Even with the skeptic.
Let's go back a little bit further, because at this point, we're starting to see the gradient of the sky. It sort of goes in ticks a little bit, where it get sort of like noticeably darker. You would go, okay, well, it stepped down a notch there, and then down a notch. So I was keeping my eyes focused out in the valley to see whether or not that hard line shadow would come through. And
this way right there it
just
is.
listen to what everybody was saying.
Yeah, hey, those are a few hundred miles apart. You're focusing on the nearer, how would you say, larger object. And there's that. Yeah, I gotta set the video pretty soon.
Look at the breeze, the wind blowing the ribbon.
About another minute. Is that what we're looking at? Yeah. If you really go 420, then it's going to be 120. It's going to be 120. Really about 30
Okay,
more
let's
seconds.
go get in the car so we beat traffic.
I'd just like to discuss here for a quick moment, if you haven't, the bands. So the light of the sun, it's making what looks to be almost like an electrical ring or rings. As you can see, so if you look at the top area and the bottom area of the light, they don't come to points like you would expect. So if you practice this as an experiment, you're not going to see these wider bands. And the way they break off at the top and the bottom there, it's magnificent. And then the lens flare is now repeating those rings. Can you see that, Jason?
Yeah. I think I mentioned that when you were out getting something to drink.
Okay, good. We double mentioned it.
Yep. Yeah, this is gonna be something to study, everyone. What is going on with those jagged edges on the edge of that light?
Oh my goodness.
Wow. Here it goes. Put this phone down.
Did you bring the lamb to sacrifice?
Lamb to sacrifice.
Why do people say stuff like
I
that?
think that was also the person that said, let's go home, and then they lived what we did.
There goes.
Watch as these ends of light.
It's 120.
Watch as they disappear.
Oh, it's in a weird color.
Whoa! It's happening!
Street lights are on.
Look at that.
Crazy! The bats, Kip, I told you.
No, here.
All right. So what I did at this point, because I had the welder's glass on the camera, all of a sudden I could tell that as I was recording, I couldn't see anything more because the sun was gone. So like, okay, what do? I'm like, well, start taking photos. So I took a couple photos with the welder's glass on, and I wasn't liking the results. So then I switched and started shooting without the welder's glass on, and this is what I got with without the welder's glass on. So if you look at this, I've been noticing in other people's footage, I've got this pinkish red thing up top right here. There's a band of it right here, and then there's a darker spot down along here. And this picture is very, very, very black and white.
Very black and white.
Very black and white. I've taken it into Photoshop and Lightroom and pulled every slider every which way to see if I could pick up any sort of anomalies out in the space around this and all that kind of stuff. I didn't find any of that. And what I found is that I could crank the saturation and the colors around, and there just weren't any colors in this picture except for these couple spots here along the edge of this rim right here. And then I while I was in Photoshop, just tweaked one out, put some fire on it, and turned it into, that is the solar eclipse shot that I got, that I'll probably put it into my channel or something. I just want to point out to everybody that we in no way are like eclipse or sun or moon worshipers whatsoever. We worship the creator of those things.
Yahushai.
But we find the beauty, the creative, amazing, awe-inspiring inspiration. We find the creator through his works.
And so there was an eclipse at the time of his birth. And I know that when it went into totality, thank you, Yahushai. You can hear me in the back of the footage. And we discussed this on the trip. So we had 12 hours, well, more, because I like to stop every now and then and smoke. And don't judge me for my sins, for I don't judge you for yours, unless you're a Satanist. But we discussed, I said, Jason, it feels odd. There's a lot of people that's doing a lot of sun worship and a lot of moon worship. And I did bring it up to you that I wanted to talk about what this was to us. And we unanimously decided that it was a sign in the heavens from Yahushai, right?
Mm-hmm. Well, and not only that, there's a simulation realization in it.
I agree.
And so we were there to lay down, to capture,
witness to, with all of those people.
And so the footage, the things that we saw, the eclipse shadows, these are all certified truths. You can see you can watch us through the live stream. You can see all the filming.
Okay, so Susan says no flights. I tried to get a flight out Monday and couldn't get one. No hotels either. So there were hotels. We were in Missouri, right? We were in Illinois.
Yeah.
In Anna.
Illinois.
Sorry, I'm a little bit dyslexic. And
well, no, everybody gets Illinois because that's the way you would say it if you read it the way it's spelled.
But it's just
Illinois.
Illinois. So yeah, there were lots of hotel rooms and lots of places you could camp. There were 3 flights. I have footage too. We've had not enough time to go through it all, but I have footage as well from the event. So there were 3 planes. So there was one plane that was, all 3 were on the easternly side of the sun, and one was doing a literal curl. I want to see the footage, NASA, of that. That's point number 1, NASA. If you're watching this, please, the footage so a plane was flying parallel around the eclipse. There was one going straight across on the east like that, and there was one traveling from the west to the east. And all 3 probably have amazing footage, except for, I don't know, we'll have to ask Wolfie how high quality footage you can get while flying 500 miles an hour, because I know that would be difficult. So
yeah, but if it's NASA, they probably have like a camera out the window, like mounted on the wing. Who knows?
like a giant drone camera with the gimbal, and
they can't go to space, but they got a lot of money to have good cameras.
Good camera. We'd like to see the footage.
All right, so after taking a few pictures, I go back to filming, and so this is
bizarre.
There, it's recording.
I just wanted to mention here, I know I've kind of taken over the broadcast. You are the host with the most. So what I'm saying is that the pinkish red areas, the sun is slightly larger, not much. They're almost identical in size. So just because the moon was being overpassed by the sun, these are the jets. So it looks like a flame of energy constantly. So almost what NASA tries to fake with their CGI, but I think it's just bands of energy, like the tubes that they found in the upper atmosphere. So it's just radiating, like, and you can see they called them wrigglers. And at the point of totality, at the exit of totality, there were what was called diamonds. So you can sort of see the flare on the right side. There was a flare on the top. So basically the cardinal directions all had these giant gaseous energetic flares. It was beautiful.
Well, there is something that is caught in footage here that I'm going to get up to in just a second. That like that now.
Yeah. All right.
This is going to be
over halfway through it.
Thing to
Crickets
study.
are chirping over to the right in the woods.
Now the cicadas came back.
Yeah, the cicadas shut off.
Until that point.
The street lights were turned on.
There's a sunset over there. I wish we could see around us over here.
Here now, right side. Turning red again.
This will be a chance to see the hard line that comes across.
See, somebody else was looking for the hard line of the shadow going by, and
nothing.
There's no hard line.
Across the horizon.
No, it's just graduated. There's no hard line.
Oh, yeah. Venus over there to the fireworks over there.
So this is interesting here. This looks like a flyer plume type thing, and
here it comes.
Look at the light.
Could be a lens.
We have fireworks on the horizon. Brilliant.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning.
Because of the focus.
So watch this area down here. Right.
Here comes the sun.
It looks like there's tubes. I'm gonna step this backwards. Oof. If you look at this edge down here, doesn't it look like two tubes or something? Red hot tubes?
Just blasting.
With fire coming out of the ends?
Or some sort of a tongue of flame. A bow, like a bow shape.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like two tubes
blasting
with a firelight being rocketed out of it. And then up at the top here,
look at that edge.
It goes into this jagged ripped edge.
Not to a point, right?
So no, it doesn't come around to a point.
At all.
This is the most interesting shot right here to study, in my opinion, out of all the footage there is. This is the one that makes me most curious. So I'll just let this go a little bit more until, like, right away people were like packing up.
Yeah.
The people that were there from Wisconsin, like seconds after the totality was over, we're packing up and leaving.
Here comes the sun.
You can still see the tubes a little bit at the bottom.
Well, Jason, you did it.
Okay, everybody back.
Mass exodus.
There, that's the shot. There's the tube. We got it right there.
Because, I mean, that's what it looks like to me. Is
Sure does.
2 tubes with some sort of fire jet rocketing out of there.
Blasting. Just blasting. It's incredible.
Oh, now you can see fire tubes from the top edge here too.
I can see.
Did you see this?
2. It looks like that. You know, I'll do a video later with the zoom in.
Yeah.
You know, with the square.
Yeah, I know through the live stream here, everybody, you're not going to get best resolution. I'll get all the footage uploaded at 1080, and you'll be able to go through and listen to all the conversations and look at anything that you want.
A lot on YouTube already on your channel.
Let this go a little more.
I think I've seen little slivers like that. Good thing is,
This is not. You know, you mind that back? Watch right here. What was that? That thing had just minor. If you watch the shapes at the bottom of the tube, right there, you'll
Mass exodus.
It's melting.
Yeah, you got a top and bottom right there. You see?
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah, watch those shapes.
Itty bitty little sliver there. I've seen little slivers like that. Good thing is,
look at that.
This is not.
They know you can't use regulation.
It's like
This doesn't feel like anything. I feel like
it doesn't feel like anything. Look at that. I can't believe people are
Fire guns around the edge.
You don't need the glass?
Not right now.
It's starting to go on the bottom now.
Yeah, see, I pushed it as long as I could.
And then
I pushed it as long as I could before putting the glass back on over. It was starting to get bright, and
then people tried to drive over our cloths that we were filming the shadows on, like 2 hours before we were able to stop filming those shadows, right?
well, I just had to put the lens thing on, and people were already starting to leave.
That was like 98% right there. Still total solar eclipse.
Yeah.
We were in the
So here's with the welder's glass back on over the lens. Once again,
there's those tubes.
It's the same. It's those same rough, torn, jagged edges.
Almost a new tube now.
And I find that highly interesting.
Yeah, like
So I can.
Tube on the top. Look at that 1, 2.
How many souls are still here?
You're still here. Looks like
we made
strands,
it.
Rings.
You can look. This looks like hollowed out right here. The jagged edges on this. It's crazy.
Something else.
Seen anything like it.
So when is the engine started?
When we get to, the moon's not the same size as the sun right now. Yeah, so I had just made the comment, the moon's not the same size as the sun. You can tell it's sun's bigger here.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
But they're close to exact. But there.
I don't know. There's a lot going on.
Yeah, I can't wait.
What do you mean?
Well, the diameter is, the moon's definitely a smaller.
Yeah, but
here's the sun, guys.
It's not
going to look like much.
The moon is like materializing on
the cell phone.
Dematerializing.
I'll put the NASA glasses in front of the lens.
You're now live streaming on YouTube, and he just put his other Nikon camera
Doesn't show
away.
the.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Doesn't show like
This clip's on
zooming.
Oh, that's a screen of that. I thought you did. Oh, yeah.
But there's some commentary here.
So it.
Right, dude.
Yeah, it looks like a full sun when I use.
Back to normal.
Sure.
Right, it is.
Tau. Back to normal. Okay, so that.
It's been the whole day, right?
But that's.
They're kind of, yeah, they're kind of.
Look at that. Pause it. Whoa, that's one. Look at this edge we got here on the left side. We got what almost looks like a halo. That 90.
Yeah, there's some sort of a stacked layer.
Where's that 90 coming from?
I took the focus forwards and backwards over and over and over, and
Wouldn't change that 90.
yeah, it was the best focus that I could get with it, and the footage that I saw from David looked
Pretty
fantastic.
Good, yeah. I loved it. This is good too. You can clearly see the hard line of the sun.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really nice footage, man. I love the green effect. Look at, you can clearly see the edge of the moon there.
Mm-hmm.
Helicopter. So it's nice and quiet.
Here, see it?
Everyone
Did you
was
see that
gone.
plane go
No,
through?
that's
One
the
person. The other flat earther.
It's like a
Three
good,
planes were
Chinese
good
man.
picture of it.
Yeah.
I wish I
One was doing a really nice arc right around.
How long?
I
can't remember, but he was a nice guy too.
Rothschilds.
Still there.
Four of us.
I always see the angles being off, like
So you can see the
like it
sunspots
doesn't
there.
line up right.
Yeah.
See them right
Not
there?
always, but
A cartwheel throughout the
Hey,
day.
what do you think? Done yet?
nope. And then so it's almost done. And then when we finally did leave, well, we ended up talking to some more people just as we were packing up. We got a chance to explain to them that we were flat earthers and all about that, the simulation aspect of it, how the popular flat earth, don't pay attention to them. They're
Doesn't work.
Yep. And finally hit the road, and we're driving along, and we got to see.
So this is now sunset on the 21st.
It.
We have the sunrise, clouds behind the sun.
As soon as I pointed at it, there was lightning in the cloud. So that's looking away from the sun. This ray's here too.
Yeah, it comes right across the sky. They go right around. Haven't you seen that blue area there? That V with the anti-mosquito ray. It almost does the same
Never
bow
seen that before.
as the rings that we were just noticing.
So you can clearly see this V path through the clouds right here. That's anti-crepuscular. And I saw on a comment in Enslaved by Media, him and Flat Earth Photography have got some new understandings, I guess, from studying their drone footage about crepuscular rays. And I really look forward to hearing what they have to say on that. Because I guess maybe with having a drone, there's something that you notice by being able to get the elevation that helps you understand this. So we had this really intense anti-crepuscular ray event at the horizon, and this was well after the sun was down.
Well after.
And I just keep filming. This bright spot was a band. There's a name in there. Yeah, I've got something similar to it on my channel, but this is different.
That looks like angel's wings.
Look at how those streaks go. And then if you look at this cloud here, this is well after sunset. You get those anti-crepuscular rays going up, and then you have this cloud off in the distance that, out of all of them, just bam, that cloud was bright and lit up. And this effect got stronger and stronger the longer we stood there and filmed, until we finally had to stop filming because the mosquitoes were insane.
You can barely drive.
It sounded like rain as we were driving down the highway. Yeah. It must have been one of the plagues, man. That was the mosquitoes.
So beautiful. To me, I know I go a little evangelical the wings, but to me that looks like glorious light bands and wings outside. It's just beautiful. Like,
right now is about when the stars turn on. If you watch up there, you might catch one just pop on.
Boom.
Oh. Have you seen one? There'll be a bright one, a planet. Planet, wandering star. I was trolling you.
Like no other.
So that was the end of our mosquitoes here. Of our eclipse watching day there. We got to see that after having seen a black hole sun.
And the clouds behind the sun and the rise, the diamonds, the regulars, the shadows. If you could show the shadows really quick.
Yeah,
thank you.
I was wondering why. So here, this right here, let me drag a clip to the, these were in the timeline.
Strong.
This was in the timeline, I don't know. So I'm trying to
really
make a circle with my finger to.
I saw that.
Well, actually, what you notice here is when we have a shadow on here, we do not make. If we go back to the hand,
I tried. I tried multiple times. It should be on YouTube. It is.
This right here is, this is the big deal as far as the simulation realization is concerned. So I know everybody's going to troll me for having my hand out like that, but I was trying to make a circle for the light to shine through it to see if I could create the
eclipse. I did it too.
Yeah.
You do have a little bit of one here, and there is a bit of the angle there, and you can see it in your fingers. It is going through you. So you are like translated on that through the shadow. I tried multiple ways with my hands like this, like this.
Yeah, so watch these things move. There wasn't much wind.
Oh, it stopped.
What do you guys think? Is that cool or what?
After totality. Let me grab another clip here.
A lot of it's on YouTube as well.
Yeah, but this is the big takeaway, and we'll be uploading this in 1080, and you can study this yourself. Eclipse shadows are a real thing. Watch them.
I gotta pee.
Watch them wiggle.
No, you'll do that later.
Yeah. That is the simulation realization right there, people. If you look at this image right here, that's not possible in the reality that we've been taught.
No, you cannot. Well, let's see if someone can duplicate this. I can't. You can put the two pendulums together and come up with some.
Let's see somebody duplicate this.
Please shine an eclipse through a tree and catch it on the white sheet here.
Yeah.
Please.
Just take a bright light, have the exact diameter. The sun and moon are exact diameters there. Have them line up so that there's a shadow on some sort of whiteboard or something. And whatever you put in the way, put anything in the way of that shadow, and then how do you get this?
It's almost infinitely angled. So the image of the eclipse translates through all objects and reassembles when given enough amount of space. the light to translate through it. It's incredible. That's the only option, is that the eclipse is actually translating through the tree, you know, like a pixeled. I'm trying to think, if you make I bet you if you could imprint that onto a two-dimensional plane, a flat piece of steel, you could shine light through it, and you probably would get the eclipse again in 4-dimensional or 3-dimensional space, right? You'd have a round. That's just my guess, you know.
So I don't know. Is there anybody out there in the chat that, after having seen these eclipse shadows and having confirmation that they really do exist, is there anybody out there that still thinks that we might be in a simulation? You know, if so, please raise your hand and tell me why you think that. I'm not going to belittle you. I want to talk to you. I want to hear, you know, thoughts and reasons. I want to know.
You said why, if you're in a simulation, or did you say if you're on a flat?
Well, if they still, after having seen that these eclipse shadows do exist, do happen, they have confirmation that it's not a hoaxed thing that you're seeing on Google Images. Mm-hmm. That they really does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Who out there doesn't think that they're in a simulation, and why?
Yeah, please debunk us and NASA, because you guys love to debunk NASA. And again, George Smoot is another gentleman that I'd love to see some Eric DeBay debunking, you know, his 101 flat earth proofs. I'd like to see 101 materialism proofs. Or what did Chris and Cherry Agio say, or whatever their name is? They said some funny things after their eclipse experience, but trying to remember well, I guess we'll leave that one.
Okay. Come back to it later if it jumps back.
But yeah, they got real high.
Oh yeah.
They got real high and some bloody noses to watch the eclipse, and they said that Satan and God and all that's an AI. And they said first that the Earth was a simulation, and now they're saying, sorry everybody, I gotta bring this up. This is the Truth Frequency Satan Network. They said that everything was an AI system, but everything that was organic had a conscience. So the trees and the rocks and the grass are alive, but you don't have any spiritual connection to a creator. You're dead, except you're God.
There were so many contradictions. Well, they were high. They admitted that they were high. So
I thought Cherry looked a lot more comfortable in the presentation, and he wasn't like hitting the music on her every time she spoke. So it was, but I don't even want to condemn ayahuasca. Okay.
No,
I don't want to condemn it. We went through this before on this channel.
I think if used properly, it might serve a purpose.
And especially like hearing testimonies and witnesses to those experiences is good for me, instead of having to actually do it. But the witchcraft, the Satanism, and the category of the nominee of the Yahushai's Academy Awards 2017. Let's get into the final stretch here of the program. I'm going to step aside. I'm going to be right here and observing. I know you have something that you wanted to present. That this is not, this is another warning. Send your children away. I know it's pretty late. This is going to get super satanic. Oh, and do your best, brother. Please.
Yeah. So, unless if anybody has any more questions about, you know, our eclipse event,
put them in the comments too, please.
What?
Please comment about all the footage you've seen today.
Yeah.
Debunk anything we've been saying. Debate us. Get involved in the comments. Anything that you've seen in the video. I know we love the live chatters so much. Please comment below. You're going to be going into what we could call a spiritual battle. And Flat Earth Reset and Dan Pratt, I have to give a huge bell ringer. We've had our differences.
Yeah.
Dan Pratt standing up for the validity of the scriptures, the Holy Spirit inspired word of God. Jaron, get that in your brainism.
Well, both of these men are saying some they're doing some great work right now. All right, they're battling IPS, who is a Satanist. All right, he admits it, and we're going to be playing this footage. So what you heard before was for the award for as a nomination. I just played a clip of what he said. This is some audio that he sent to Flat Earth Reset, and I've been given permission to repost this in these clips. And I think it's important for everybody to hear this because it's super, super sick stuff. And IPS was rising in popularity very quickly, and you had these channels like Jeranism, Pat Steer,
Mark Sargent,
Dearth,
Flat Earth A-hole.
Or it's Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole, Flat Earth A-hole.
Matt Powerland did a call with him and published the video.
And there was a girl that's always been supporting him.
Carly Soto.
Mm-hmm.
No,
or,
that was a Sandy Hook hoax.
No, Sunshine?
Sunshine. Ring the bell, please. That's a shout out for multiple hoax, Carly Soto. Okay, continue.
So you have a group, a substantial group within the popular Flat Earth community that have all been behind this IPS character and continue to be. I don't think anybody's distanced themselves yet, but there has been this battle going on between Flat Earth Reset, Daniel Pratt, and we were
I
right.
kind of led the charge.
We were right in the beginning with it because
I put out the circus clown video.
Yeah, so let me show sort of this timeline of how things shook down.
Thanks, NASA. Believing in the simulation.
So you've got on Jeranism, I call into the Infinite Plane Society live show. You know, we've already played the fair use clip.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to play just a short little clip here.
This will be used in the section 107 of the fair use guides and will be used for educational purposes only. Beyond Flat Earth.
I actually love that from Flat Earth Reset.
I do too. Love it. Ring the bell.
I might use it myself a little bit. So this is just to make sure everybody understands that Jeranism and IPS are together, and there's even some crazy stuff right here.
That's why I'm wondering, what exactly Mad Mike wanted to do. But I know he said go up in a balloon, and then there would be some sort of rocket launching mechanism, right, that would launch him from the bottom of the balloon.
Yeah,
is that basically what he wants to do?
Yeah, in fact, there's a document which it can't be shared yet. He's going to release it soon, but yeah, he does.
Okay, so this whole rocket thing started with, Jeranism and IPS. And at the time, there was going to be a balloon that was going to...
A rocket balloon? A raccoon.
Raccoon.
So a rocket launched, then another rocket launched off that. To go into the
balloon was going to pull up a rocket, and then he was going to launch from there or something?
Yes.
And we heard that, and we're just like, this is crazy.
Yeah, donate below.
And this, it was ridiculous. So then,
excuse
me. We got into this
excuse me.
Right away, covering the ridiculousness of this. And Flat Earth Reset got into it right, I think, was it about the same day that, or as close to it.
The next day.
Yeah. And so.
And Dan Pratt was right there.
Yeah, we jumped on this, calling it out, and others got involved, and then we've been busy with other stuff, and Flat Earth Reset and Daniel Pratt have been leading the charge against IPS, and thank you, because we know he's a Satanist, and you've done a great job of exposing him. So
amazing job, Flat Earth Reset and Dan. But Flat Earth Reset's ability to document and preserve this evidence is my heart goes out to him. I know he doesn't know about Yahushai and whatever people get drawn into the name. But I see when somebody has a knowledge and some wisdom that Yahushai probably has a little bit to do with their life. So,
well, and here's something that I want to throw out to everybody, including Flat Earth Reset. You know, if you're concerned about this IPS and his satanic curses that he's trying to put on you, I want you to know that Ronnie and I we've prayed and we've disempowered it so that he has no power. It's been shut off.
Yeah, back in the beginning, I'll just add this to your presentation, sir.
Yeah.
So if I search IPS, let's see if it comes up. Let me see here. I'll stop sharing for 1 second. Oh, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. I gotta find the okay, it's here. There we go. Pop out. Sorry, everybody. It's not gonna work like that, is it?
There's an arrow right there.
Sorry, everybody. I'm Mac learning. Okay, here we go. Mac is considerably better than PC and Windows. It's better programming.
It takes a little bit, you know, getting used to though.
So I'm screen sharing. Yeah. Okay, good. Open this. Let's see. So this happened. I can't remember the exact July 5th. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, here we go. So can I just drag it?
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
Here, just a little bit down. Okay, so it started off, you know, I called him out and I wanted to talk to him. And he started sending me this crazy satanic stuff. 33s.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Here there was a video. I don't spread gossip, I speak truth. Here's got a video. Come back to me. I hope so. I believe in our works are important, but the grace is stronger. We called him a wannabe. He said fake Jesus. He just went crazy, you know. It's just saying so much just bad stuff. All this crazy stuff. Here he actually spells the name Yahushai correctly, so that's noted. So as you can see over here, on this side here, Yahushai is the king, Alpha and Omega, before and after. And I said, you will know the truth. And then over here, let the light of Yahweh pierce through your waters and bind thee in eternal darkness. And let the light that is pure come out of thee forever. And I basically bound him to right here. I bind your spirit from harming yourself and others. Attack, attack, attack. Bind, bind, bind. I bind your spirit from harming yourself and others. Attack, attack, attack. Bind, bind, bind. And then I continued. And as you can see right after that, he lost it and then spells the name Yahushai. So
nobody else has spelled it correctly that
never. That's so everybody that so you know
he has been bound.
It's done. It's over. He has no power. It's over. The name Yahushai. But anyways.
So let's go back to, since I've got permission to repost this, I would like to get this out to as many people as possible. I want everybody, if you're extremely offended by this, do something about it. These channels need to be taken down. IPS needs to be taken down. Anybody that supports IPS needs to be taken down. All right, so I'm just going to let there's a part 1 and a part 2. These were sent to Flat Earth Reset, and this people is supposedly a leader within the Flat Earth community. He's got to go. Actually, I'm not going to do the big screen on this. There's nothing to share. I'll leave the chat up like this. So I'll just hit play.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing good today. Well, last night after Infantile Psychosis Society ended his broadcast, his live stream, he immediately started sending me emails again with MP3 files. And I mean, I'm listening to them as he's sending them. Just as soon as I get done listening to one, I got another one. As soon as I get done listening to that one, I got another one. And then at the end, I got this picture. And he created an effigy of me and cast his dark spell on me. Man. What a bunch of crap. Anyways, I'm going to play for you an 8-minute MP3 file he sent me. And pay attention at the 2-minute mark. I think it's a message for the whole entire Flat Earth community. Or it might be more of his nonsense and he'll be live streaming in another hour or two, making up excuses why he isn't at the rocket launch. Enjoy the MP3 file, everybody. Have a good day.
So I'm thinking about what it is about me that obsesses you. Like, you don't go after Jeranism. Maybe it's because he's got a wife. Maybe you think I'm available. You don't go after anybody else with this intensity. You've never been, I guarantee you've never been this obsessed with another man in your life. I think you're attracted to me. You think I'm a younger guy. You want to be like me. You want to be with me. I'm pretty sure you want to snuggle up next to me, you old fucking faggot. You disgusting lowlife Elmer Fudd-looking pervert. You're perverted. There's no other reason for this level of obsessiveness. Why are you such a fanboy, you fucking faggot? Can you go 1 day without making a video about me, you fucking obsessed faggot? Can you go 2 days without making a video about me, you old fucking tool, you coward, you piece of shit slanderer? Can you go 3 days without thinking about me? Or am I your obsession? You're obsessed with me, you old faggot. You stupid worm. You pathetic loser. You're fucking retarded, you're not funny, you're not original. You're fucking obnoxious. Go change your diapers, you fucking whiny bitch. You're always sitting there whining. IPS did this, he made money. I hope he pays his capital gains tax. Yeah, you're a fucking disgusting pervert, man. Mind your own fucking business, you stupid loser. You're fucking stupid. I do not respect you. I do not acknowledge you as an equal. So yeah, you declared war. You said, I want to destroy this guy. So it's cool. You want to go? Let's go. So I'm off of YouTube because I want to devote that time and energy. Instead of to making YouTube videos and creating content for my subscribers, I'm going to dedicate that time to exposing you. I am going to ruin you. That's one of my goals for 2017, you old fuck. I'm going to expose you. I'm going to ruin you. Flat Earth be damned. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I've already got a new name. I already got a new story. Got a new business set up. I'm going to be taken care of, buddy. And I'm going to have enough money to anonymously live my life like I used to. I don't have to be in public, you stupid fuck. I don't have to do this. If your objective was to drive me underground, well, I guess you succeeded because, well, not really. You see, part of me is going underground. I'm still publicly going to do what I'm doing. You're not going to shut me up, you old weak fuck. You fucking coward. You piece of shit. You worm. You lowlife. You maggot. You coward. You wannabe. You fake. You're so fucking inarticulate. I can barely understand you. Hey, y'all, this is protected by copyright, blah, blah, blah. I can't even understand you, man. Your words run over one another. You're so fucking obnoxious. You're so fake. You're fake, old man. You're fake, and you're way out of your league. You're fake, fake, fake. You're stupid, stupid, stupid. And everybody knows you're an old fucking faggot. You're an Elmer Fudd looking faggot. And you're gonna die soon. You're old, man. You're over the hill. You're gonna fucking die soon. And I'm gonna be on your mind until the day you die, because you're so fucking obsessed. It's so pathetic how obsessed you are with me. You can't go 2 or 3 or 4 days without making a video about me, can you? Try it. Try to go 1 day without thinking about me, without touching yourself and making another video, you fucking pervert. What is wrong with you? Did your daddy rape you? Uncles? Were you a pig fucker? What the fuck fucked you up? What fucked you up like this? What made you so obsessed? You stupid, worthless piece of shit. You fucking coward. You're such a fucking traitor to the human race. To your own humanity. You're subhuman, you understand? You're a sub-fucking human. So here's what's next. Since you've decided to make it your life, to make it your life's goal, your life's purpose, you've made me your purpose. You've made me the center of your existence. I am your God. You understand? You worship me. You worship me. That's the dynamic. That is the dynamic. See, you can't just send me emails privately and say, this is the problem I have with you. No, you have to do it publicly because you're publicly worshiping me. I don't have to make videos and say anything about you. The only reason I'm telling you this stuff is that this is all going into my book. I need this dialogue. All this is transcribed. It's all going into the book. This is about you and me and our relationship. Our relationship which you initiated. And I really think it could be about unrequited love. It could very well be the case that you are an old slimy faggot. That's very likely that you're a fucking faggot. It really is. Prove me wrong. Prove me wrong, you Elmer Fudd looking old cock-sucking faggot. You tell me how you're not a fucking fag. Tell me how you're not a fucking old homo. You got poop dick? You got AIDS? What do you got, man? You're a fucking faggot. Tell me you're not a fag. I don't see women in that. I don't see you walking around with kids and a wife or grandkids. I really don't think you have grandkids. You're investing all your time into me because you have a problem. You're a sublimated homosexual. You're in the closet. Just come fucking out, dude. Just go put on your fucking leather and parade around with all the other fucking fairies. Don't take it out on me. It's not my fault you're attracted to me. I'm not your type. You gotta find somebody like you. Find another pervert. Find another shit eater. Find another shit eater. You Elmer Fudd looking tool. God, you're fucking stupid. You're so fucking stupid. You haven't said anything funny. I mean, all you fucking do is mock, mock, mock. All you fucking can do is mock. You can't create. Make a video about flat earth, you stupid fucking tool. Or can you? I don't think you can. I really don't think you can. You're just a shit talker. You're a shit talking old maggot. And I'm getting to you. I can feel it. You know how I know? Because I've attacked your looks so much that now you're being defensive. Oh, who's slandering who? You started it, you old codger. You started this war. And I'm not even warmed up. I'm just getting a feel for you. I already drew you out enough to admit that you worked in the computing field for 25 years. I drew that out of you. I drew out of you about your old blue truck. I drew out that picture of you. I brought you out. You're no longer an anonymous troll behind a moniker. I pulled you out because I tapped into your insecurities. I flush people like you out all the time. I flushed out all of my adversaries. I have flushed you out. So now I know what you look like. Now I've got a picture of you on my wall. You might have seen it. Maybe not. Actually, you should have seen it. I think I sent it. Yeah, actually, that's right. I did make an effigy. That's right. That's right. I did call upon the forces of darkness to bestow their infernal power upon me. I open wide the gates of hell, summon forth from the abyss all the beasts of the pit. I favor the just, I curse the rotten. And the things of which I spoke today, with the effigy in hand, shall come to pass. You'll see. You'll see. I'm coming for you.
Hello, everybody.
All right, everyone. So that was part one.
Part one.
There's a part two that came out today. Okay. It's worse. It's worse. So we're going to listen to that next, please. No children around. Comments, chats. Please tell me, is this the leader that you want for your flat earth movement? This. All right. Here's part two.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're doing good. This is part two of A New Identity, IPS's MP3 barrage the other night. And this one is just as perverted. Enjoy.
Just wanted to say goodnight. Make another video about me tomorrow. Make one every day. Make 3 videos a day. Elmer Fudd, you dumb fuck. You stupid obsessed prick. Keep making videos. Keep stalking me. Keep talking about me. Keep obsessing about me. Be more obsessed about me than anybody. Memorize my phone number. Call in on my stream. Talk shit. Keep it up. Don't stop. Double down. Invest more time, energy, and money into it. You're buying an internet service in order to service me. Your computer belongs to me. You are an extension of me. I own you. You worship me. You follow me. You listen to me. You adulate me. You worship me. You admire me. I dislike you. I warned you to get off on my back. I said, get away from me. I don't like you. I don't respect you. I think you're stupid and ugly. I think you're stupid and ugly. I think you look like Elmer fucking Fudd. I put a hex on you, man, because I want you fucking dead. I want you to be hurt, mangled, destroyed. The dynamic is changing, just so you know. The dynamic is changing. You set out to destroy me. Now it's my turn. You move first. You came out with everything that you had, which is a YouTube channel, an obnoxious voice, and a sense of security from behind your monitor. You hit first. Remember. Remember, you hit first. It's just a matter of time until I know your first name. It's just a matter of time until I know your first name. And then once we're on a first name basis, then we can move this thing forward. I'm going to get to know you first. I'm going to learn your name, going to learn your last name, going to learn what you've done for a living. I mean, I know your computers, 25 years in the computer, blah, blah, blah. I know you have chickens that you fuck, you got a shitty truck. But no, I'm going to get to know you. It's going to be real, it is personal. You've made it personal, so I'm going to get more personal with you. You went first, you dug up information about me, now I'm looking into you. Digging up information about you. I'm going to find out about you. It's one of the reasons I want to take you to court, you old fucking Elmer Fudd looking faggot. You dumb shit. Your voice is hard to listen to. Nobody thinks you're funny. The only people that cheer you on are slimeballs like you, cowardly, faceless scum, shit-talking trash. Utter, disgusting, fucking pig losers like yourself. You're all garbage. You're all shit. You're all subhuman. You're all lice. You understand? You're lice. You're a louse. You're a maggot. You're a tool. You're a worm. Keep laughing, you fucking old faggot. It's what you are. We all know you're a faggot. You don't have no wife. Nobody loves you. You don't have no kids, no grandkids. Or maybe you do. That's just the thing. And you should have thought about this before. When I find out your name, your history, when I get the goods on you, when I dig this shit up, guess what? If you have family, I'm dragging them into it. I'm dragging your family into this. They're going to find out that you pick up male hookers. You understand? They're going to find out all about your dirty little habits. What? You don't have any dirty little habits, you say? Oh, we'll see. We'll see. You see, this is the way that defamation of character works, old man. And I can play this game better than you can. I'm obfuscated. What are you going to say? You've already blown it up. You've already said, oh, he's a Satanist. Big deal. Yeah, so I am. I am. Make of that what you will. How much lower can you go? I'm an Illuminati shill. Yeah, I am. Now what? I'm a satanic Illuminati transgender Jewish shill. Now what? Now what? Now what you can throw at me, you old fuck? You're such a blunt instrument. No subtlety. You've spent your weapon. You've given it. You've done it. If your objective was to destroy my character, right, and you went overboard and you just threw all this shit that you can't verify, now you have nothing else. You've destroyed your credibility. In a court, in a courtroom, in our civil litigation, are you going to explain to the judge transvestigations, you old stupid fuck? Did you think about this? Did you think there'd be consequences for your actions? No, you fucking didn't. So here's what's coming. I'm going to dig up information about you. I'm going to find out who you are. And I'm going to put bounties out on actions. And by the time I'm through with you, you will be exposed, if not as a pedophile, as a serial customer of various local meth-addicted male prostitutes. And it's going to go public. I'm going to invent as much as I have to. I'm going to smear as much as I can. And one of the great things about these smear campaigns is I can smear your name, I can besmirch your reputation, I can destroy you, and you won't find out for months the damage I've done, the people I've reached behind your back. Family included. I will alienate you from your family and friends. When they see what's coming, when they learn about what you've done, when they find out what you do with your time, when they see the email exchanges between you and those male prostitutes you pick up, that's my role, that's my angle on this. It's like, you're going to be obsessed with me. Well, it fits with your character, I think. It fits that you'd be that kind of shitbag. You probably buy drugs for hookers. You probably shop for them on some internet site like Craigslist. You pick up male hookers, you give them drugs, you take them to your house. You're like John Wayne Gacy, that perverted old clown. That's what you're like. You have a kiddie porn collection, and you've traded in kiddie porn under the guise of selling computer parts. You would sell hard drives full of the shit. Under the guise of selling a computer hard drive, you would meet with your clients, and you would give them the goods. So that's the kind of person you are. And everybody's going to know. I'm going to destroy your reputation, old man. You're going to die in infamy.
Yeah, so everyone, that was IPS. That was the satanic rant. He admitted there that he was a Satanist. So I'm just stopping this from playing here. I thought the video went longer, but that was incredible. You all right?
I got stung.
It's probably an ant or something. But that was crazy, right?
That was horrific, everyone. Absolutely horrific. So that's IPS for you. That is his character. He told you he's a Satanist. Watch, he'll probably somehow he always tries to twist his words, but there it is. You won't find either of us ever saying that we're Satanists. And his whole message all along, he's been the guy supporting 666, the guy supporting 333,
Masons clubs.
Yeah, he's the guy that was supposedly a former Mason, but we've learned from these videos that he's had different identities, and he has a new identity created already that he's going to be able to slink off.
New script, new anonymous life where he can get residually paid.
Yeah, and he has. Yeah, it's all taken care for. He's going to live the high life, and yet here's the character behind the rocket launch,
the raccoon
that was publicly funded by flat earthers. And today was the day for the launch.
Let's check live here. Has the launch taken place?
Let's check live here.
Jeranism was promoted it, right? Proselytized with them. Donate, and so, ladies and gentlemen, that's Aristophanes. That's like Jaren's third time covering that topic. He's covered that 3 times. Same video, man. It's getting old. 3 times. We know that the sticks and shadows.
Yeah, the new video that he put out.
It's a moot point. Why argue a moot point? Show a proof.
How about going beyond flat Earth?
Yeah, or proving flat Earth, or proving anything, not being moot, and continuing to perpetuate the fact that NASA lies. There's so much more to the reality than that.
Oh, this is cool. So I did listen to a little bit of the IPS, one of his latest live things, and he was talking to a guy in the street, and the old guy was sort of became curious and interested in flat Earth. You know, IPS was going to flat smack him, and the guy asked him. He goes, "Well, is there a group? Is there a group of leader? Is this a movement that has like leaders that are being paid, that are collecting money?" And he was asking this of IPS, which just cracked me up because here IPS is the guy that is scamming people
for money
with this whole rocket launch thing. No rocket launch. There's no media coverage. The whole thing is a ridiculous joke. Yeah, it's IPS is scamming people for money, and then we still have popular flat Earth channels like Jeranism, Mark Sargent.
Look at Richie from Boston. Shame on you. The video that he put out after the eclipse, saying that it was a solar, what is it, a simulated solar. So NASA made the signs and the wonders in heaven. And,
yeah, they promoting that it was all simulated and it wasn't real.
And he played the worst shaky cell phone footage, and he tried to say that proves that it's a simulated sun. No, it is in a simulation, but Yahweh and Yahushai created it. So
we will going forward here, I'm going to model up how that eclipse path works on our map. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to be showing the macro to the micro version of how we see the angles of the sunrise and sunset and its solar noon declination, northern half plane, southern half plane. I want to show people how this works on the map and model that we are promoting. I'm going to represent it the best way I can to make it as easy to understand for you as possible. We need your questions. We need your feedback in order to make it better.
We need to know what level everyone's on here and what participation that you want to be involved with. Again, we're not proselytizing. We're not looking for money. We're looking for comments. We're looking for truth seekers. We're looking for anyone that cares that Jason and I just did everything we could for each and every one of you. Everything we could, whether it was being tired, having to overcome multiple thousands of miles obstacles multiple times. And we did it because we love to share truth with every one of you. And we just want the comments back. And we want to see more channels like Dan Pratt and Flat Earth Reset. Just get out here, pound your truth. Stand up for the truth, because this is a war. And we did say if we didn't get raptured, because it was a possibility, that we're going to come back and we're going to be twice as strong, twice as big, twice as fast. And there ain't nothing that none of you all Satanists can do about it.
Oh, they're going to wish that we've been raptured. That's for sure.
Only.
We spent a chunk of money on doing this, and we didn't crowdfund it. We didn't Patreon it.
Not a dime.
It's not monetized. We do it because we love the truth.
And we live streamed the whole event.
And that truth is, it fuels us. It fires us. And in fact, during the eclipse event and the positive simulation realization moment, it empowered us. And I can't wait. We're going to be popping off some great videos. David V. He shared his eclipse footage, and I think he might be able to join us on Sunday. I really hope that happens. I would like to go through what his experience was like. Everybody, let's collect all this footage together.
Maybe have some other people jump in as well that filmed, that wants to get involved, like second hour. But I would like you to spend an hour with David. I really, really admire. He's commented with me back and forth on Zoom. Wonderful man. I can't wait to meet him and talk to him. And yeah, he did some amazing footage. But you, my friend, are the hosts with the most for this 2017 total solar Great American Eclipse. It was you. You had 3 cameras, 4 cameras going, man. What can you say? How does it tell? I want you to put the lasting effect. How did it feel to be here and now, 2 days later, and have all this laid down?
Fantastic. The work's done. It's not done though. Studying this footage, I didn't have one person in the chat, the comments here say there was no moon. I've been hearing people be like, there was no moon. I thought for sure we'd be talking about that tonight, but maybe going forward, somebody will be like, there was no moon. Studying the edges of the footage, those flame jets that we saw there, all that kind of stuff, and taking everybody's footage, like the angles that it came in, and that is the real observable evidence, and taking that, putting it into a model and seeing how that works. That is we're doing research here, everybody, research, and we shouldn't have to do it alone. You should want to do it with us, be a part of it, help
as a team for Yahushai. And you're not alone. The more we stand together, the more the truth stands together. And whether you believe in the truth or not, we will witness to it, and you can be empowered and saved through the truth of Yahushai and simulation realization.
And we will be talking about some more key watch dates coming up. The nice thing about these is they don't involve any sort of travel.
September 1st.
You can just sit at home and contemplate on these things and think about your life. Think about all the truths that have been popping up in your life recently. If you're here, obviously you've heard about flat Earth. You've heard about being in a simulation. You've heard who the creator is, according to us. It's up to you to double check all that and show us any places that we might be wrong. So
we got September 11th, the eclipse date of the birth date that researchers came to with Yahushai, who transliterated would be Jesus, Joshua in the Greek. And coming up to September 23rd, on the Feast of Trumpets, we're going to have the fulfillment of the Revelation 12 sign in the sky, and we will be covering that. I will be covering that and still continuing to fill my lamp with oil, because our Creator, He is coming back, and we are looking up, and we are sharing the truth.
Yeah, and so Sunday 2 Central, and that's our schedules right now. Wednesdays at 8, Sundays at 2 Central, and be working to get this modeling done, putting out videos as needed, preparing for these hangouts, and reach out to us in our emails. So,
and on Zoom,
yeah, awakesouls@gmail for email.
Awake Eeple, AWAKEEPLE @gmail.com for me, Ben.
Okay, and then Zoom, which is what we're using here. This is how we do our video chats and our webinars and stuff like that. To contact me on there, my email is Jason Laufenberg, that's my name, at mac.com. And you can just send me an invitation request, and if you want to talk, we can video chat with each other.
It's good quality. And I'm again Awake Eeple, AWAKEEPLE @gmail.com, and you can put that in on Zoom for me. But the way that we have things set up, definitely contact Jason Laufenberg at mac.com, right? Or at
Jason Laufenberg at mac.com for the Zoom contact.
For the Zoom. And comment below. We're not asking for money. We're asking you to share this truth. Help us spread the truth. Be liberated by the truth, and realize that you're not alone, that we here can conquer any obstacle, and with you, we can conquer any mountain or any imagination on Beyond Flat Earth.
It's all about seeking for the truth, everyone. So with that, thank you for joining us. This has been an amazing Beyond Flat Earth for both Ronnie and I. It was quite an event, and we'll be covering it some more as we go forward. So thank you, everyone.
Bless you all in Yahushai.